Now we've got Councillors Megan Hands and Phil Clearwater from Environment Canterbury. So Megan, welcome. Phil, welcome back. Good to see you both.
Thank you, Andrew. Nice to see you all.
Kia ora tātou. I hope we haven't held you up from lunch too much. I know that annual plan hearings can be a long haul, but we will put in a written submission. But we're here today on behalf of our Chair Jenny to present on behalf of our council, and we really appreciate the opportunity you've given us to speak today on your annual plan. We'd really like to acknowledge the huge amount of work that you are all doing on your annual planning process, particularly in this COVID-19 environment post-lockdown. We can really understand the lengths that you're having to go to revisit everything, to look at again, and our key message today is that working in partnership through this as we all recover is absolutely essential, and as we face these unprecedented challenges, and we're here to say we want to keep working in partnership with you, and let's do that. Our two councils are involved in the Mayoral Forum together. We also, the Mayoral Forum has oversight of the Canterbury Water Management Strategy, which, as you all know, is a core piece of our work. And council programs are contributing to the implementation of the CWMS, be that with stormwater, be that with wastewater, drinking water, biodiversity and mahinga kai. And we really look forward to continuing to work with you in support of those work programs, and particularly your comprehensive stormwater consent and your implementation of that, and your behaviour change programs and other wastewater issues as we move forward. There's lots of other areas that we work in partnership through Greater Christchurch, through the Regional Transport Committee, Civil Defence Emergency Management, and also public transport. So I'll hand over to Phil, as we all know that public transport is Phil's baby.
Still is, yes. So look, around public transport, as you're aware, working together collaboratively, that's the key to the successful integration and delivery of our public transport infrastructure and the services in Greater Christchurch. And we really support your council's clear commitments to promoting that wider range, really, of an uptake of travel choices through your reference in your plan to active and public transport, and including the cycleways for biking. And that they are the active and public transport, that's included in your community outcomes, and we encourage you as a council to continue to deliver the changes needed to encourage that increased use of public transport operations and active transport. So in this context, we certainly support you as a council bringing forward the budget in the plan for the Northern Arterial and Cranford Street upgrade ahead of the opening of the Christchurch Northern Corridor. So Environment Canterbury, we have included funding in our annual plan for a new express services from Kaiapoi to Rangiora. They're going to begin in January 2021, and these will provide more travel choices in Waimakariri district, and also with the aim of reducing vehicle movements that would otherwise travel through your downstream communities. So finally, we'd certainly like to acknowledge Christchurch City Council's focus on climate change, and we look forward to continuing to work in partnership with you to develop that shared understanding of the impacts of climate change for Christchurch and Canterbury, and to developing strategies to manage those associated risks and opportunities. And as Megan indicated before, our key message today is the importance of working together for our communities, and we look forward to working with you and taking a strong collaborative approach over the coming year. So thank you for hearing us.
Thank you. All right, so questions, Yanni and then Pauline. Yanni.
Thank you. We had a really interesting submission from the tram yesterday, or the day before, and one thing I was just interested to understand if ECAM would be willing to partner around using the tram as a method of public transport in the city, whether that's something you would be open to considering when you say about working together.
Thanks, Yanni. It's an interesting suggestion, like the tram is going. I'm certainly happy to take it back to ECAM staff, and I'm sure that at the Joint Public Transport Committee too, could be discussions for that. But I'm happy to ask our staff, say, to look at that possibility. Yeah.
Thank you. Pauline.
Just for the record, I don't think I'd support that. It's a tourist. It's not a...
Okay.
Anyway, my question is, when you mentioned the express bus from Rangiora to Kaiapoi, is that just a there and back thing, or does it come
Oh, no,
through to the city?
no, sorry.
Do you mean Rangiora and Kaipoi
No, indeed,
into?
no. It's the blue. It'll be like the current blue line route.
Yep.
So it will be Rangiora coming through Kaipoi and then right through to Christchurch City to the bus exchange.
Right, that's fantastic. And is that going to, does the route down Cranford Street or Main North Road? Do you know?
It's currently goes down Main
The
Road.
current route,
Locals might tell me.
the current route is the Main North Road. I'm wondering if you were going to do the express down the motorway and then down to Cranford following the downstream.
I might be able to. Mike's nodding yes. That sounds like where it's going, and I look forward to
It
seeing
is.
that on the joint PT committee too. But that
Well,
sounds sensible too.
And
besides-
that's, yeah, I'd like to thank ECAN extremely for that on behalf of the St Albans community, if I may, because they've pushed for that, and this council supported that as well through the hearings. So I think it's a really big step to step up to that for the community. So thank you.
Thank you, Pauline, and Megan. I'll take that back to our councillors and staff.
I'll take a further question from Mike.
Thanks for your submission. Just curious, that obviously with the Express PT coming in from Rangiora, would you envision that the additional lane on Cranford Street be a PT peak time only lane?
I think to make it all work well, Mike, and for the traffic, the flow, particularly of the public transport, so that people get there faster, that would be how I personally would envisage it.
Thank you.
All right, and one final quick question
Just
from Aaron.
quickly, a bit of friendly competition between the two. Since you guys are in charge of buses, we're on bikes. If we do an annual trophy on who can get the most growth each year, looking at this morning's article, we'll keep the trophy this year, but good luck for next year. You're starting at a pretty low base, so you might have a chance.
And you can now get 3 bikes on the front of the bus. So
Oh, great.
that's
Oh,
improvement.
fantastic.
Glad you said on the front.
In that spirit of working together, I think anything, no matter what mode, we're fully committed to multimodal transport. You'll see it in our new strategic direction as we move forward. So bring it on, Aaron.
Yeah. The battle began.
All right, Megan and Phil, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to come and talk to us today. I mean, certainly your sentiments around working together and partnership are something that we very much support and we want to be doing. So
Thank you.
thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, and thank you, councillors.